A special agent will investigate the cause of this house fire in Columbus, Kansas. Plus, a spring break camp in southeast Kansas sparks fun and curiosity for some area kids. And a Joplin nonprofit puts one person behind the driver's seat of a classic muscle car.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
Local authorities have requested a special agent to investigate the fire that destroyed a Columbus house today. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. A home on Paramount Avenue in Columbus was engulfed in flames when fire crews arrived around 3:40 this morning. The fire's glow was seen from blocks away. Crews immediately focused on saving the neighboring home as intense winds pushed the fire into it. The primary home is destroyed, but the neighbor's house was saved, and fortunately no one was injured. This image was taken from inside the neighboring house. The house where the fire started is destroyed, but the neighbor's house was saved.
Rush. So I wasn't quite sure, what I was feeling at the time. All I know is that I was focused on getting my family, my brother out of the house before anything else came to our house.
I was proud of him for waking us up. He came in there, hey, get up, get out of the house. He said, the house next door to us was on fire, and it was pretty bad. Our back end of our house caught on fire too. The south side of it did.
Neighbors say the home that burned had just sold. Columbus Fire and Rescue expressed thanks for all the agencies that assisted. At a news conference this afternoon, the Woodson County Director of Emergency Management expressed his gratitude to community members and first responders after Friday's fire, which destroyed the Yates Center Health and Rehab Nursing Home. He cites community efforts which helped contain that fire in less than 12 minutes. Johnny Atkin went on to say all residents of the community are safe and Yates Center is working to rebuild what was lost. We're going to have more on the press conference coming up tonight on KOAM News at 10. Families in Manford, Oklahoma are sifting through the rubble to see what can be saved after fires ravaged homes in that town. Naomi Keat spoke with a man who considers himself lucky.
A drive down Birch Drive is an unfortunate sight to see. Look left, piles of rubble that used to be homes, bricks standing tall, but everything else crumbled to the ground. Look right, cars burnt to a crisp, roofs caved in. I counted at least 12 homes burned to the ground on Birch. Aaron Fredrickson lives there and considers himself one of the lucky ones.
A lot of stuff got damaged, but there's still some stuff that got saved, which is good.
He walked me inside his home, one of the few that got burned, but still has walls intact.
When I walked in, it was just smoky in here, and I can hear it crackling in the attic.
He tells me with black soot covering the walls, insulation covering the floors, and a big hole in his ceiling, he can't live there right now, but maybe one day.
I'm just still trying to process it. It's not, it's not something you expect to see.
It's the reality for dozens of homeowners in Manford who are deciding whether to move or rebuild. This is Greenbrier Circle, one of the other hard-hit neighborhoods. I counted at least 10 homes that'll need to be leveled and rebuilt. Emergency officials say 30 to 50 Manford homes burned to the ground, and as the smell of smoke still permeates much of the city, many people I talked with say they're just taking it one day at a time.
It's going to take some time. I've never been through anything like this.
In a press conference, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt said 170,000 acres burned during the fires and 203 homes or structures were impacted. One person was killed. And it is still very windy out there. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, and it's going to stay super windy the rest of the evening tonight, tomorrow, even tomorrow night. The winds are going to stay fairly strong across the region. Temperatures warm. Those southerly winds help us warm up. We're sitting into the upper 70s. Outside for us right now, we'll slide back through the 70s, 60s. That's it. That's where we will start the daytime hours on Wednesday. 77 in Pittsburgh, 77 in Carthage, 78 in Anderson. Grand Lake sitting at 79 degrees. But look at these winds. South winds sustained 25 to 30 miles per hour. And then over the past couple hours, we've had gusts 45, pushing 50 at times. And that as well is going to stick around tonight. Very windy, 40 to 50 on average. Through the night, the winds will switch out of the west as we get into Wednesday, but it stays very strong. Temperatures drop, a little rain, a little snow. We'll talk about that here in a bit.
Catching a few. Look at this. An overturned cement mixer blocked a road in Jasper County for more than 3 hours this morning. Happened at around 7:15 on North Schifferdecker Avenue. The driver was transported to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The Inspire Health Foundation, Community Health Center of Southeast Kansas, and Greenbush are offering a medical spring break camp. It ends March 20th at the John Parolo Education Center on Pittsburgh North Campus. Camp sessions are tailored by age. Kindergarten through 2nd grade was today, 3rd through 5th tomorrow. 6th through 8th grade will be on March 20th, running from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Often I think parents sign their kids up for camps and the kids don't necessarily know what's happening, but what has been really cool about this morning is that a lot of kids have come to check in and they look in the room and see one of their good friends and they just get so excited to be here with their friends and having a fun time.
Students will engage in hands-on activities and experiments to explore the inner workings of the human body and learn about health career paths. A nonprofit in Southwest Missouri put a winning bidder behind the wheel of this school car. Rafa House in Joplin supports survivors of trafficking and sexual abuse, and much of that support comes through raising funds. Today, the nonprofit auctioned off a modified and remodeled 1972 Ford Gran Torino Sport named Roxanne to go to that goal. The muscle car was originally a passion project, but the owner felt Rafa House would benefit more from it.
So we have this amazing partner in the Indianapolis, Indiana area, and he had this passion project, this 1972 Gran Torino Sport that several years ago he just decided really belonged to the children of Rafa International. And so this has been a labor of love for him over many years.
Rafa International started in Cambodia back in 2003. The Rafa Hope and Health Center in Joplin opened in 2020. A Joplin Elementary gets a new report card after a new health inspection. That story is coming up. Plus, a bond issue could bring some changes to the Galena, Kansas School District hopes to make some improvements with a $7.5 million bond issue on next month's ballot. KOIM's Melissa Alexis has more.
There are several classrooms in Liberty. When it rains, it does leak through the windows, so new windows would be very beneficial.
Deanne Whited is the librarian with the City of Galena. She used to be the librarian at Liberty Elementary, and she says she's seen firsthand that Galena School District could benefit from a few upgrades, particularly to the gym at Liberty Elementary.
The number one would be the gym. The students go there in the mornings before school starts. Then if the weather is bad, they're in there for recess. The flooring is very uneven. There's mold on the walls. The bleachers definitely need improvement.
If the $7.5 million bond issue on next month's ballot is approved, Liberty Elementary's gym will receive the upgrade that Whited says is much needed. If the bond is approved, the gym will be painted. It'll also get new equipment like scoreboards. They'll also fix the water infiltration issue, and HVAC system improvements will be made.
Air conditioning is very unreliable. It works some days it does not.
If approved, the funding would also go towards building a covered walkway between Liberty Elementary and the high school for safety and to protect teachers and students from weather conditions.
Would be a big improvement. The students walk across for special classes to go to lunch, and if it's raining, they get drenched.
The bond would also go towards fixing Liberty Elementary's roof and getting an elevator replacement. Whited says the elevator replacement is crucial for students with a disability.
For our handicapped students, since that is the only way that they can get downstairs if they take art, we only have one art teacher and she is located downstairs in the elementary, so that is their one access to get to that class.
Some of the funding would also go towards new early childhood spaces at Spring Grove, and the Gene Russell building would be remodeled for new special education spaces. These upgrades would not increase the mill levy. Reporting in Galena, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Now, the deadline to register to vote in Kansas is midnight tonight. It's not too late. You can register online still. To learn more, visit our website, You see it there, KOAMnewsnow.com. Some good news for Joplin Elementary School. After 2 failed attempts, the Cecil Floyd Elementary School passed its inspection from the health department. A week ago, we told you about concerns health inspectors had with the kitchen area of the school. At the time, they cited contamination from mice. Today's evaluation was part of a routine revisit. A little later, conservationists bring together watercolors and wildflowers to celebrate the colors of spring.
And the wild winds stick around over the next day, and also temperatures cooling down. We're going to look at
Pittsburgh State women's basketball is headed to Pittsburgh, the other one in Pennsylvania. And this comes after the Gorillas' victory in the Sweet 16 last night, and this morning the NCAA releases its bracket for the final 3 rounds of the tournament. Here's a look at that bracket. Now, because teams are initially seeded 1 to 8 in each region, after the regional finals, all the champions get reseeded by the Division II selection committee before the Elite 8. Now, Pitt State is the number 4 seed. And the Gorillas, as you can see in the bottom left, they're going to face Lubbock Christian in the Elite 8. They haven't seen them yet this year. In fact, PSU hasn't played against any of the 7 other remaining teams. All 4 of the Elite 8 games will take place at UPMC Cooper Fieldhouse. Those will be on Monday afternoon into the evening. The Gorillas have the last game of the night. They're scheduled to face Lubbock Christian at 7:30 Central. The Lady Chaps were the number 2 seed in the South Central region. They beat Texas Women's University in the regional final. And of course, we'll have a lot more on that game leading up to Monday. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh State baseball continues its homestand this afternoon. The Gorillas swept Northwest Missouri in 3 games over the weekend. They're hoping that success continues into today. Pitt State has a non-conference game against Southwest Baptist. That one gets started at 5 o'clock. After that game wraps up, the Gorillas have a couple days off before a weekend series against Fort Hays State. And we'll bring you the highlights from Al Ortolani Field tonight at 9 and 10. Missouri Southern baseball has also won 3 games in a row. That was in a sweep of Arkansas Fort Smith this weekend. Tonight, the Lions are on the road at Newman in a game that got started at 3. They'll continue their road swing this weekend with a 3-game series against Central Oklahoma down in Edmond. And today's also the unofficial start to March Madness. The NCAA men's basketball tournament has its first 2 games tonight. Don't worry, though, you still have until Thursday morning to fill out your brackets. The play-in games are what take place tonight and tomorrow in Dayton. Teams try to advance to the round of 64, the first of which is a battle between a couple of automatic qualifiers, 16 seeds, St. Francis and Alabama State. The winner from this one gets to face the number 1 seed in the entire tournament. That's Auburn. Then, after that one wraps up, a couple of the last at-large bids to make the NCAA tournament will square off. 11 seeds, North Carolina and San Diego State. Now, the selection committee drew a lot of criticism for including the Tar Heels in this year's tournament, especially because of UNC's 1-12 record against Quad 1 opponents. I'll give you a score update on both of these contests. Those will be later tonight. That's it for sports. We're back right after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to have the latest on what's now being called the South Owl Fire that destroyed an entire nursing home in southeast Kansas. And 2 astronauts returned to Earth after a very extended stay in space. Those stories, a lot more. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Spring wildflowers will bloom soon, and the Missouri Department of Conservation wants to help you recognize and appreciate some of that beauty that will surround us. The Shoal Creek Conservation Education Center today hosted its Colors of Spring program. Participants got a chance to make watercolor prints of native wildflowers. They also learned about some of the common flowers in southwest Missouri and how they benefit our environment. You can stay informed about upcoming programs at the Shoal Creek Center by signing up for text alerts and email bulletins. You're going to find information on how to do that on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Nice weather to get outside, Doug.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Still very windy for us tonight and dropping temperatures on Wednesday.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.